Not be news again. So many things they happen for our states, those states, especially when we say concern politics, and the key actors that when we say they for those states now, they tell us different kind of things. We hear some people will come, they'll say they bomb their house. Some go talk say yes, say they attack their house. Some go talk say the way it be, one whole meeting, they can't scatter the meeting, they don't let us hold meeting, and all of that. It was of us, not be meeting at the whole, the ban rallies at the whole rally, now make us. They tell them they don't do them again and all that, but they not us now, they scatter the place so, and all of that. So the matter when we say concern political matter for those states that they can't tell you when they full and NBC want to look. We get to people when we say their head sharp for matter when we say concern politics, we go bring them come. And two, they hold the law where because they put hand for the law where say that's what the law talk, maybe so the law talk. Felix Isere Esquire, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much.
I agree to you. I agree to you. Adaze Enwanta. I agree to you. Welcome to our program.
Good morning.
I agree
good
to you.
Good morning to our people in the house.
Okay. Well, I never got to say good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Because don't be fight. We can't fight here now. We can't tell ourselves how the team be. Would you say and say it is the worker for our place? Must start from you, my brother. Adaze Enwanta. Because you know one person, according to you, they live up to your name. You say Adaze now you be, and the person of truth now you be say you be. So I want to find out from you the situation when you say they for those states now, when some people they complain say they bomb their house, some people they complain say they want it there until they happen to their house. Now what thing you want to see for our dear state Edo, now be that one. I start with you, Amata.
Thank you, my brother Sado, and good morning to our people in the house. You know, Edo State now one very peaceful state. The reason why God placed Edo State for the middle of Nigeria now because of many things, namely our culture, our people. And those good things, you say God don't bless us. So for me, I feel say the tension, not be these good things that God give us the cause, now human beings the cause. And you know, we don't move towards election period. INEC don't tell us the dates for both party primaries and you know the day governorship election will take place. That's namely 2nd of June, then 19th of September. We'll be expecting after INEC release these two things, now for facing tension. But because of some certain interests, some persons say, they say, before now, you know, say for this state, now Agberos will control this state. You know, in terms of revenue collection, you talk of community, CDA. People go, person will just tell you, say that, in gets community school compound. People go build their own house, swimming pool, gates, man house, block road. This new governor here, our governor here, come God, in Obaseki. So it will not be continue like this. Before now, when they impose governors, some of these powers that be, for the very first time, we have a governor that said, let's do things the right way. First, they remove Agbero. Oh, they shout, they quarrel. But today we are living without Agberos in this state. Things are not done with sanity. Then the issue of community development association. Though our great monarch play very big role in sensitizing the people, but now from House of Assembly, they generate that law, now executive bill, and governor send that bill. You sign that thing into law. Say all these people, you collect money from people you want to build house. You go one build that.
They spend for more than 10 people.
Thank you. So when you don't remove all these people from where they disrupt billions, you will expect say they will create tension. And I must quickly say, you get why you say you get illegal structure, your government just demolish. He talks say, he brothers, Niger Delta Avengers. I mean, that video that went viral, everybody get that. Okay, so when they hear a bomb, now this is the same Niger Delta Avengers, they devise bomb, they say they bomb fuel station and the rest. And they can say, those people, they send notice to them for what happened. So for us as a government and as a people, we should know that this governor knows he has a social contract with Edo people. Not the governor able to say go to service individuals like generator with taxpayers' money. He will not do that. Okay. And that's where the problem is. Okay. You know, resource control, resource allocation. But the government is allocating it to pay teachers, to pay new minimum wage, to pay even pensioners. We never see pensioners wear black for this state. You see Benin now, there's sanity in Benin City. It has never happened like that before. Now these people don't like the sanity, they throw bomb. They will throw bomb for their own house as they talk, as in, because this bomb, might give you an example of bomb. I teach international humanitarian law. When you throw bomb enter house, a human being there. You can't say now louvers break. And you know the kind of louvers they go break. You go there very clear. Even one of the houses, we still say they use some thing knock louvers. Even the weapons, if they knock the louvers, it they grant. Okay. So for me, I'm not bothered. Do you know why I'm not bothered? These people, they are in the minority.
Okay, no, Alan. We will come to you, my brother, Felix. We hear what you say, I want to talk. I'm not going to look at like this. All this is the one we say they happen now. Whether we like them or not, it they draw Edo State back. And they talk now, say, yes, some of this, and some people now they do them by themselves. They talk to yes, made them forget sympathy. They say yes, the other people, and they attack them.
My brother, sir, do you know when you called me some days ago, you can't say, yeah, this program, I can't tell you, say, I'm not sure, say, I will come. Because what they happen for time. People, they threaten you, say, those of them, I want to support governor. Where they criticize governor, say they want deal to now, to threat everywhere, people come, they scare. So now, the kind of thing we will consider for a door. Like, what they talk before, the problem for a door is a very simple thing. The problem for a door is not between Oshomole and Obaseki. Now between Obaseki and the party members. So if person will not the party they talk, it they cause no problem for the governor. Because at the time when as I big table so now the party member want to decide whether this man go to get ticket or not. Not be one person will come from one place to come they sort a party member for him. Not be him. The problem is say the governor wants second term. And the party say if you want second term, you don't go fit close the door for that person to contest with you. Now democracy be this one. What happened for 2016 when we say Oshomole impose you for us, Oshomole bring you only you want, it cripple every other person. He use confederalism, bring you governor, bring deputy. They say no, we don't go want this thing again this time. This time everybody will get equal opportunity to contest APC primary. Now we did so, but the governor say no. I have the right to first refusal. Now let me want contest. Every other person will go meeting, will gather, deal with them. If that meeting is not a meeting that is meant for my interest. You watch the video now, deal with them, cripple them, crush them. Now the language will lead us, but you be that one. So we have gotten to a stage in those states right now whereby because of one man's ambition, the lives and property of Edo people are under threat. Oshomole fight confederalism for Edo states. He's not doing like this, not see all this tension, all this problem. That they talk about saying CDA people and Agbero people. For this government right now, we don't see Agbero more. The only difference between this government and the former government is that we now have a modernized Agbero. They now carry out the card. That is the difference between them. Go to Ring Road, go to Forest, you'll see them. They harass bus drivers. Go to Motopa, you go see them from there. They still collect money. So nothing different. The only difference is say some of them now can use POS. And as they use this POS, they collect money. So we go they believe say the government for don't get big money to work with. But unfortunately, don't be say now we see this. So the problem for those things are very simple thing. If Oshomole agree today say he want force Obaseki on the party members APC, we will get peace. The problem not be between PDP and APC now inside APC. And the problem be say Oshomole no want impose Obaseki on the party members. That is why they fight now. Basically, they fight and say, you must do, you must do. And they must say, I don't want to go for that reason again. Allow everybody with the APC contest. Let them have equal rights. Who get a party ticket at the end of the day, you will become a candidate of the party.
I don't know since say maybe be the some things when we say Oshomole they talk say yes, maybe now they help and talk and all of that.
That's why you talk now. It's equal opportunity for everybody in the party.
Okay, but the one when we say they talk about, when we say when it concerns the tension, the bombing and all of that. Because you talk and now say now people they bomb their houses.
My brother,
and when they bomb their houses, don't say but they'll go there shoot something, destroy the house. That even see weapon of that such destruction.
More they careful with the language they use. You know why? Sometimes because say we they benefit from something this time, don't be say we no will look tomorrow. When Tony Kamaka and the rest of them, when they fight for Obaseki last election, they don't know say now this kind of thing will happen today. That is why when you are projecting interest of people, don't support evil, don't support injustice. Are you now saying that in a don't note, for example, now, when they want to rally, Oshomole want come, for night they go burn up. Now people will want to organize rally, go see burn their rally. You want to tell me say right now, in that Benin, we want to organize rally to receive people for a those center, a night of that day, they go burn your house. Now he organize them to scare your supporters away. Are you not telling me that by the time the Dagbon, who has a law firm, whose chamber was ransacked by an assassin, now he go carry gun, go to scatter his chamber? Is that reasonable? You see any man will go do something to scare supporters away? Is it unreasonable? Like to the Kabaka matter they talk, he pay me. You know why they pay me? People they clap for this evil now say to the Kabaka they don't do one this and this. It's unreasonable.
Okay, no problem.
Do you know that today?
See, the one way concern that house own, we go come to her, because if they bring our common house, make it relax, we will come to that house. Man, come to you, my brother. See, if they look the way we say this, they work out. We don't know, we say, anytime we say let your door, they come like this, tension on the day. But we never get to this height. Say, yes, say, with the hair of explosive, with the hair of solid kind. If they hear by this time, when we say, timetable never will come out for the election, it be like this. What will they expect? By the time we say, I need double timetable come out now, and all of that, primaries go soon start. And when we say primaries, conditions say, yes, say people go down. The way it go now, if you continue the way it be so, and they ask you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. You know, as lawyers, I've said it before, and I will talk them again. When you face live audience, you will talk. Mind the kind of words you use.
Just like in talk.
Especially when you talk concerning governor. Governor talk this, governor talk that. And you are talking based on hearsay as a lawyer. It's quite unfortunate. I don't know how old he is in the bar.
Excuse me, you know the problem I have with him? He likes going to personal. If you don't tackle issues, I don't understand the type of lawyer that comes to attack personality. Discuss issues, don't attack anybody. You are a lawyer for God's sake, attack issues.
Wait.
Attack issues.
No, let her.
I take exception to that. You don't have the right. You do not have the right. I take serious exception to that. You don't have the right. I don't understand.
Gentlemen.
As a reasonable lawyer.
Gentlemen. See, now my office I did.
It's unfortunate.
After I get to now, wait now. Erata, you go wait.
You didn't pay my school fees.
My brother, you wait first. Erata, you wait. As we day here, so this place na my own chamber.
Of course.
When I go now, please my own chamber, and I go tell me say, and they say the lawyer, the judge will just say, order in the court, everybody keep quiet. When you go do for ask for assembly, Mr. Speaker, I'll say this for here, and maybe Mr. Speaker. Now, my one they do so. So if I don't like it, I go let me know. And please, make we take the matter the way it's supposed to be. Make we face the matter when we say we come talk. More forget about human beings and the rest of them. Or more forget about ourselves. Because what I start just now, me will tell us, make shake hands. Okay, but if you no come do the way it's supposed to be.
I was going somewhere now.
So see, and secondly, too, when you say you talk with you want to talk, just talk the matter. Forget about. You talk what you talk.
The governor is not true. It is my duty to correct those. Issues. Namely, the governor has not prevented anybody from contesting.
Okay.
The fact that there was an order banning a rally, right?
Yeah. And I know of that.
Yes, and the governor has said you cannot be using EPM to organize rallies.
Okay.
As he told any of the aspirants,
bring the grammar down.
Governor never prevent anybody from contesting. Now, even now, they release lists of details concerning dates for primaries, and that is what the governor has always said. That Edo election is in 2020. He has always maintained this issue that we should not create unnecessary frenzy. Okay, more now talk of those rallies they organize. The court gave order restraining this man in Mose from parading himself. We get lawyers say they help them, even lawyers say they support Agbero. These people they go ahead parading themselves. Even the Oshomole they talk Oshomole invited Mose for meeting here. Various state party chairmen get with Buhari. Is that right? And there's a court order restraining Mose from parading himself as a state escort. When you talk of tension, when people create tension, like I give you an example of where this crisis of the bomb house, the talk of assassin start. Those 14 lawmakers, they Abuja, they chop foods. Some of them come fat past Agidigbe and the rest. These same 14 people come Benin, come to press conference. As they read the details of their press conference, again where they talk, say, governor, send people after them. 14 assassins and all of that. The next thing, in not reach 3 minutes for social media, we start to the year say that they attack Dangbon chambers, exactly as they people come for that paper. If you are not acting the script, just like Nollywood, before they act film, there's only script. Yeah. So unfortunately, between that time and now, whenever any of them go for rally, as a day rally, they'll say they attack their houses. You know one funny thing? If you throw bomb for house, only louvers break. That are not supposed to give you cause for concern. We know Boko Haram bombing. Bomb go lands there, about 20 people go die. Person will tell you, say, a wife hid inside house, the children tell and say, they throw bomb. When an IED is thrown into a house, it goes for the human casualties first. But this their house, you never see anywhere a block break. Now, lay louvers, that will not be bombed. So coming back to how we fit move forward, Oshomole has been suspended as a member of this party, I mean of the APC, from his ward to the state level. That suspension, they don't ratify him. And for you to be national chairman of any party, you must first of all be member, because your membership. Now, you cannot be on this program if you're not a staff of ITV, can you? You cannot be. So that is the basis for why the national vice chairman not. Tell Oshomole one day, they do meeting recently. They say, you not feel preside over our party again. Now, because of all those tensions, and remember, say Central Hospital, you should be there. Now, that same UK governor announced that Central Hospital, we can't hear this tension. They can't hold meeting. That Fatih Bobo, wait to be named, the way they represent.
Make you
okay, that honorable member, they represent, of course, I know what I'm talking. That's the best description. The honorable member, they represent, you're supposed to represent already the Abuja, they had with. That one come out, talk, say, make governor resign. Why? Because governor want Provo Shomole. You see that some of this tension is not far from Central Hospital, one. Then two, the fact that these same people, they call themselves EPM, they know say as election done here, the only way they create crisis is to operate parallel ESCO.
Okay.
The other day they talk say they suspend Chelsea the outside about 30 people. You know, when they create this kind of tension, what do you expect? They are inciting.
You know, say if you for the one or suspension and different one with the here. You know, before some people talk say yesterday they suspend the national chairman. We have some people talk and say yesterday they suspend the chairman of the political party, Atem Jeswa. We have some people talk say yesterday no, say they suspend Lawrence Oka. They suspend. So what at a point? No. They come to this one. Maybe it is. May I come to you, my brother? He said because if you look the matter when they go get one matter when they draw the come out, now we will never ever reach there. No, so the black come out. That be the matter when they say a concern one of the a house or hotel when they say they destroy, they bring down for time when they say no. But definitely, if I don't make mistake, and they bring and come down because according to government, say the house where they put them, you don't get C of O. I know me some relevant requirements and all of that. I want me to come up from there.
I think first, before I continue, before I start, the first thing I want to advise is say, if you want to invite us to come this program, I would advise say make I face somebody within the government, maybe a spokesman to the governor or somebody within the government who get fact so that we fit join issues. But when you bring somebody who be outside that, we not the APC or not the party, come they talk for what they happen, you may not get the fact. But to be correct an impression, to correct an impression, to correct.
No. He said this.
And say maybe don't us now. Member of APC, then I will congratulate and say,
you tell him my status.
You congratulate you if he's not a member of APC. But to answer your question, is
they talk out of ignorance.
To answer your question, when you see people they want to defend things today, the state chairman of APC is Muslim.
Okay.
As a lawyer, he ought to be aware there's what they call an interim injunction that expires within a few days. They apply for interlocutory. When we say interlocutory injunction, we say before the matter ends, this person will stop to be act as chairman. But the court not grant him. Even the judge come withdraw itself for the matter, say he not go do the matter again. So as I speak right now, the suspension of Astem Ojesuwa has stand until the Court of Appeal decide on the jurisdiction of the matter. Before we know say whether he go fit come back again or not.
See the matter there for case
the matter also. Like Oshomole now, like what we talk. Oshomole today is the national chairman of APC. Now he go decide who go be at the national work committee. Now will decide they go to do primary. So anybody will go in hire people come and stop Oshomole, install national working committee. The same person where you say you suspend as national chairman, you go collect funds for a hand tomorrow. All of us go to look you, go to shame you for a dose for you. But to come to the issue of Kabaka. The case of Kabaka is another case of political witch-hunting. It's another case of executive rascality. It's another case of victimization. It's another case of recklessness and carelessness in the part of those who have the duty to protect lives and property. People they say it be for government land. It be for government land. As lawyer, they get to catch the way I know they support. Some years ago, when Oshomole demolished a former vice chancellor house, many of us lead protests of Benin. We protest against and say, no, this is not good at all. Today now, I see happen to another person, we see the protest. Because last year, I join them, I go defend them. This time, I go defend them. One thing we're doing, people must know for Kabaka matter, we say the matter they cut. There is an interlocutory injunction restraining the state government from demolishing that house. They are not aware that today is the judgment in that matter. Judgment, the matter never finished. It's a strict principle of law that when a matter is already before a court of law, a competent court of law, parties are not supposed to do anything that will render the judgment nugatory.
But are they here the special advisor on media and strategy?
And they tell you,
he said they don't vacate.
Today now the judgment for the matter. And they tell you today is the judgment on the matter. Me and you get matter for land, for example, now get matter for land. The law is that you are not supposed to do anything to make sure that the person will want to enjoy the judgment. What they buy it to the back, I can't get judgment for a favor today now. People don't demolish the property. What do you expect those people to do? So it is unfair that the state government did not wait for the court to decide whether he actually built on government land or not. Just 2 days to judgment, they quickly went to go and demolish the house. It's unfair. It's wrong. I'm not justifying whether it's built on government land or not. As far as the matter is in court, they would have waited for the court to give judgment. Okay. But not waiting is a case of doing anything.
Okay, because time will be our friend again. I want to meet my brother. Make it tell us, because I know go now. You they teach people law for school. Difference there between interim order, being interlocutory injunction, and all of that. Because now that one, I rope now in the draw now.
Okay, may I quickly correct?
And if it did, if difference did, now true say yes, say this thing.
Because I remember when this thing starts. Not me now it starts. In 2010, then I was a senior legislative assistant to the Speaker, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly. The then Governor Oshomole. I'm not going to talk with him, make him do him, but I know that there were individuals that were affected from that time that executive order was made. That particular order is known as Declaration of Planning Areas Order of 2010. It came into force on the 21st of May, that same year, 2010. And they not just make an order, they also gazette him. Gazetted in Gazette 22 of 27th May 2010. And for that gazette, there was one certificate of occupancy that was revoked by Oshomole, Triple H Hotel. You know the beauty of this? At the end of the day, that same order, now based on our Edo State town planning law, they make that executive order. And under that order, Oshomole declared the entire state as a development area. And of course, this state has a landmass of 19,797. Okay, so that coming back to this present issue now, now pursuant to that executive order you Oshomole make, now they issue demolition notice to Kabaka. Because when they make them do them, people for that area talk, say, now road in build house. Part of the road, he put swimming pool, he put gates. And come a concern and land to say, okay, we want to get details of this your property. Because you're not supposed to build for government road. Even part of the compound.
You're supposed to build for road at all.
Yes, now part of even Ubo primary school compound. Do you know what you do? You don't bother give those details. The only thing you do, you can't run, go court, go get one ex parte order a day before they're supposed to bring down that particular property. You don't say this governor, they follow law. Now, if the man talks, say ex parte order gets lifespan of 14 days. And I will draw from what you talk. Though I not agree when he talks that interlocutory injunction, they grant him against Imuse because it's not true. So coming back to that thing you can and go court, you quickly go get ex parte order. And when you look at order 40, rule 5.3 of the Edo State High Court Civil Procedure Rules, ex parte order is now 14 days it gets. So on the 30th of October last year, this same Kabaka lawyer go court. Talk say make court renew, and court say no, because you never give enough reasons to justify the extension.
So by application, nothing like interlocutory.
It was vacated when they refused to grant that extension. What's it called happen? If they send people come beg governor since say I beg, I feel do anything. But governor say, we'll give them enough time. Between October and January 31st, that was a 3-month period. Waiting this Kabaka do, you go to the place, go remove all the air conditioners, remove some of all those personal property. They wait to make governor do it worse. Even use everything to cause governor. You know one good thing? When person talk of final judgment, because everybody they look us, now still the interlocutory stage, you never even enter the substantive. So if governor, on the strength of an executive order, because we need to distinguish two things. The ownership of the land, now based on Land Use Act, that's not what the governor has done, or the government has done. The government is looking at an illegal structure on an existing road, which of course has to do with the town planning regulations. You not get plan for that building. That's one. The issue of the ownership, yes, the court can decide the ownership. God will not revoke certificate of occupancy because you don't get anything.
So what you trying to tell us now?
He's blocking the right of way.
What you trying to tell us now? Say like you talk.
Yes.
You say the matter they call for judgment today.
It's not judgment. The court will consider by way of ruling the interlocutory application for injunction because that's motion on notice.
Okay. Wait now. What you talk? You say the interlocutory injunction when they apply for.
They never do grant time, but the ex parte order don't expire because every ex parte order has an expiry date of 14 days.
we agree.
And all of us. And it was
agree.
on the strength of that that the government has acted, and not only in house. Other houses they don't demolish. That order, when Oshomole made that order in 2010.
What you trying to talk?
Senator Warehouse. Oshomole demolished because Owe left him. That was clear case of political victimization.
Okay, this one, but this one
Owe not build a road, but this Kabaka own. By the time government construct that road, now see the road well.
Okay, no problem. Wait first now. So, but this that Owe on a political. This one will not be political.
No. One thing is clear.
Wait now.
Mark, come. Mark, why you not let me come?
The Speaker of the House.
Okay.
When I say to make you wait, you go wait. With the lane, with the waiting one at the talk, so yes. Go. Other people when the watchers go take no. The time of Owe, yes. It had political undercurrents, right? That's what you said.
Of course.
This one when BCA say it concern Kabaka or no political undercurrents.
Without politics, government cannot exist. Because they are not arguing that there's a political undertone. So if you say there's a political undertone, we will not argue, but we will not say what does the law say and what has been violated. Because what they try to tell you to say.
I don't understand
this
that
question. My road, a block.
Okay.
Right? But if, okay, I'll give you another example.
If we talk of all the this that now two people that you talk, so most take a small right, make me say
beautiful.
See, but okay,
no, we can respond. We can respond to that.
If they respond to everything, we don't go move. Okay, but I'll give you that benefit of the doubt.
You see, sometimes person will never go school. If they listen to people they talk, you will know say after 3 years of a government, you don't know say there was an order for you to implement. Now after Kabaka don't start the criticize say no go support you. You can't know say he has the road. Now in March for the year for the first time say now road he has the. What you the year that time say now government land now school. Now today we hear say now the law is very clear. If a land has a C of O, the governor can only revoke the C of O on the ground of public interest or maybe a breach of any of the covenants in the land. But in this case, that is not what we are saying right now. A governor cannot by a mere order order the demolition of a property because the governor. He must follow the procedure. He keeps talking like, oh, there was a matter in court, there was no matter. What is the haste? What is the rush? Why the governor ran immediately to go and demolish that house without waiting for to know whether let the court decide whether he actually built on the government property or not. In a civilized society, a governor would not
bring the grammar conduct.
Yes, in a normal society, even to say that land, that hotel, the government land, what the governor would have done, if not because to your victimizer and because you know the supporter, okay, we have revoked the C of O. This property now belongs to the government. Okay, we put hospital for here for public interest. Something. Not me say.
Maybe not different. This
what millions of naira. You just demolition because the man no they support you. What we are saying in those states is very simple. You and I know say even the house where the governor did right now, Ahamo house where near civil service, is not on the right property. It's not on the right pedestal. But are you saying that if a governor comes tomorrow right now and I say, oh, Opateke, I want to demolish your house, you go see a political thing. Many persons will get house of Yahweh. Now government land they build. So they did the government today. Government never order say they go demolish the house, but only Kabaka own. Now they say they want to demolish. So in a nutshell, what we are seeing at those states today be saying, once you are not supporting the governor, you are not supporting his re-election. You are an instrument of political victimization. And Kabaka is a good example. Take note, when the governor they contest for election, now that hotel, then they sit down, gather the plan. You see the video everywhere, the picture everywhere. The governor not to say, Kabaka, this thing now road the day, now our land the day, if I become governor, I go demolition. First year come out, second year come out, third year, when Kabaka come, they say, I know support you for a second term. You can't no say the land, it did there. So, what is happening today in Edo State is what must be condemned by every reasonable person in Edo State because tomorrow it will be me, it will be you tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. Before we go come out and call time, don't be our friend. In this case now, what do you feel say yes, be the best way out of it? Might just give us 30 seconds so we leave here.
You know, in concluding, I'm happy that we have a governor that.
I
believe so. We get governor, you say not they look person face before you implement.
They follow law.
Because even those Agberos, now after they finish election, they start to do the right thing. You not follow say this one Agbero, you DPC or Agbero PDP, treat everybody equally. Moving forward, we should know that Edo State belongs to all of us. Now we be the citizens. We owe posterity, future generations, the duty of supporting this government because this government mean well for all of us. This tension, if every Edo man and woman of goodwill talk say, may peace reign. Peace will definitely reign. We'll get a lot of people around us, even those they don't threaten, say they will call avengers and the rest. We need to call them to order. We'll get traditional rulers. We'll get religious leaders. They have that duty. Because Governor Obaseki did here today. After by the grace of God, his 8-year tenure, he will go. Okay. And that government will come.
It's all right.
And it means well for Edo people.
Okay. Now, brother, wait till the last one.
My only thing is say, in Nigeria, we operate a constitutional democracy. Democracy based on constitution. Whether you are a governor or not does not give you the right or the power to stop, to restrain anybody from holding meeting, from holding rally, or from contesting an election. As a governor does not give you the right or the power to continue to threaten anybody who is not supporting you. So everybody must be given an equal opportunity to contest in the forthcoming election. Whether you are in APC or you are in PDP, careless statement must be avoided by anybody in authority. Whether you are the governor, you are the deputy, you cannot say because I am this, I have the power to hold rally. Everybody must have the right to contest election. We must respect the rule of law. We must respect the fundamental right of everybody. And again, majority rule must have the way, not the minority deciding what they want. Okay. Everybody must decide what they want.
My brother, Felix Isere, thank you so much.
Thank you, my
brother. Manta Adate, thank you so much. And I know you're not going to talk on yourself too. Yeah, no. Don't do like that.
People are very petty because of politics.
No. See,
okay.
Wait. You know what you did there.
When I say in my hockey, we play. So
wait. Okay. You know what you did there.
You
see, wait now. You see, Pelosi the other day for US, the president go give State of the Union matter. Yes. When the president they give her paper, Pelosi give her hand, shaking hand. You understand? But later when Pelosi take the paper, when the man talk, he tear her. I don't want people see the man do. See the woman do see tear the paper, but don't see when the woman give the president hand, when be say no go shake. I be born a shake on her phone and leave.
I don't go beg and make her the.
No, I mean they tell you. I
go they check. I go they avoid my hand for waiting because we are discussing issues.
Okay, if you.
Okay, no problem. Now we go end this segment. Now we go end this segment. We will continue again for where we say we stop. Not go anywhere. Normal program. Good morning from Benin. Stay with us.